It's Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. Coming up on the program today, it's the most wonderful time of the year, World Down Syndrome Day. Plus, Michelle Duggar gets in a screaming match with a fake journalist, hungry, horny, and dripping greenish-brown discharge from your pussy, and a child foot fetish empire crumbles. All this coming up today.
Distorted View Daily proudly presents the secret to achieving a citrus-scented ball sack.
What's up, brothers? Got my foreskin back, got my sack out just over my shorts. Had a nice workout, so the smell is quite potent. Wow, it smells like lemonade mixed with a bit of pre-hummus secretion, perhaps. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Which is interesting, because I didn't know the gym turned me on that much. Apparently it does. But basically, I just been doing my taxes, got word from my accountant that I owe a sizable chunk of tax. So it's a little stressful. So anyway, this potpourri of divine masculine juju from my crotch is really helping me transmute.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
Try new peanut butter eggs.
I love mushrooms.
I can eat pussy for days, says Tim.
Full bloom AIDS.
Milky.
Wait a minute. Yes! Hey, freaks, Tim back here with you for your Wednesday episode of DV. Have a good one for you. Lord Douche is not in the house at the moment, so I have to get this out. Boy, did I fuck up recently. You guys know our kitchen is still out of order for the most part. So in the downstairs basement, that's where we've been doing our dishes. It really is like an episode of Hoarders. You know, like when the people in the Hoarder's house have pretty much just moved to one room. That's where they live. Every other part of the house is inaccessible. So we're trying not to dirty dishes very much because, we don't have a kitchen sink right now. So, and we have to do all of our cleaning in the bathroom sink. And so Lord Douche he loves tea, and he drinks tea out of this this green glass mug. And he had set it on the edge of the sink, and in the morning, that's where I brush my teeth. Well, as I was reaching for my toothbrush, I lightly tapped that green mug, and it fell into the sink and broke. I owned up to my mistake, but also I wanted to be like, why would you leave the fucking mug on the edge of the sink? It is glass, after all. But anyway, I owed up to my mistake. I said, hey, I'm really sorry I broke your green mug. And by the way, this was like a promotional mug from like the City of Columbus City Council. Something stupid like that. This wasn't a designer glass mug. You would have thought I killed his firstborn. Are you serious? And that's all I've been hearing about for the past 72 hours. Everything is related to this mug. I would like to point out we've got about 7,000 other mugs in the home. None of those are adequate for his fucking tea. So now every time I like if he's laying down in the bedroom, on his phone or something, he's doing research on mugs. Like, what mug is he going to buy to replace this very special tea mug he has been using? I mean, he was distraught when this happened. Like, this is why I think he's autistic, right? Because he's like, autistic people can't handle change, and he's like, how am I going to drink my tea? It needs to be glass because it keeps warm better. And then he's looking at these mugs, these $30 Hot Joe mugs. Every time we go to the store, we got to go to the mug. We went to IKEA yesterday and we found some. We looked at mugs, and there was like a green one. I was like, look, green. Doesn't that remind you of something? The mug I cracked. And he really liked that mug, but it's too thin. And he's like, I can't have any thin mugs in the house because of you. You got to be like double-walled or something. Got to be forged or whatever the word is to make to make glass extra strong. I'm like, well, just don't leave it on the side of the fucking sink. Also, I really have to point this out. Again, I understand it was my fault. I should have been a little more careful. It wasn't the first time dishes have been put on the bathroom sink pedestal. But he has broken so many plates and glasses and stuff. Stuff that was technically mine before I even met him. I had these very nice Calvin Klein. Yeah, did you know Calvin Klein makes plates? I don't even know if they do that anymore. These were special, and they were like plum colored, and I had a perfect set of them, and he cracked one, and I'll never be able to replace it. Did I freak out about it? No. Just a month or so ago, he, I don't know what he was doing. We have like this big tray of like ketchup containers because he's like, why buy ketchup? We get it free all the time in like containers. I don't know. It was like in a plastic container. He dropped it. The ketchup hit the floor, splattered. Like ketchup sprayed up into the ceiling. Plates were destroyed. I laughed it off. You know, I'm like, they're just plates or it's just ketchup. We'll wipe it off. It's fine. I break one stupid promotional mug and it's the end of the goddamn world. He is still, to this very day, he'll make mention, like he'll say, you know what you're going to eat today? You're going to have some green seasoning. He'll be like, yeah, I'm going to sprinkle some green seasoning or green garnish in your drink. And it takes a while for me to figure out what the hell he's talking about. The insinuation is he's going to ground up the green mug and put shards of glass in my food. If anyone has a favorite or a really good glass mug, preferably green, he doesn't want clear, send a link to it because I'd be happy to send along some suggestions to Lord Douche, but that's what I'm currently dealing with. It's great. It's a fun time. Listen, I do have a bunch of great audio to share with you. We didn't talk about this too much, but I wanted to ask you guys, how was your holiday? No, not St. Patrick's Day. That was over a week ago. No, I'm talking about this past Saturday. You know, World Down Syndrome Day. I love it so much, we still haven't taken down our tree. I use the term tree loosely. That's what they call it. It's just a mop sticking out of a kitty litter box. It's a beautiful tree. I don't make up the rules. I just participate in the festivities. Or as those we honor might say, Ventimony! Listen, I really don't have a problem with the mentally handicapped. They're sweet-natured. I donate to causes and charities. There's no way for you guys to verify that, right? Yeah. So I donate to charities. It's the least I could do. You know, we poke fun at everyone here on the show, especially those who can't defend themselves. The unsavories included. But if you think about it, they really can't help the way they are. Unlike the obese, who we also poke fun at. Oh, it's fun to poke the obese. Hee hee. So squishy, so jolly. It's like pressing your fingers into a waterbed mattress, you know? You just want to hop on them and ride the wave. Fat people love that, by the way. If you see a random obese person sitting on a subway train or park bench, just hop on them. No need to ask. Jump on their lap. It's fun for you. It's fun for them. They really do get a kick out of it. And if they don't like it, who cares, right? Because, what are they going to do? Stand up to get you off of them? They can't get up on their own. They got to rock back and forth, really start gaining momentum. It's exhilarating. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here, per usual. This past Saturday was World Down Syndrome Awareness Day. And once again, I got very few gifts. It would be awesome if World Down Syndrome Day was one of those type of holidays where gifts were exchanged. Could you imagine the weird shit people would be giving and receiving? Did you have a nice Down Syndrome Awareness Day? Oh, it was so great. You know, we had tons of people over. We went around the table and told everyone, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend. You know how you do. And then we had the traditional Down Syndrome Awareness Day dinner of cotton candy, dino nuggets, and a handful of pennies. And afterwards, we, of course, watched the Down Syndrome Awareness Day classic, Paw Patrol Fire Mission in the City. Yeah, but what did you get? Get any good stuff? Oh, yeah. Mom got me a chewed-up hairbrush. I got an old TV guide with Jennifer Aniston's teeth blackened out. A Barbie doll head with its hair missing. Ooh, that is good. It smelled funny, so I think someone was sucking on the Barbie doll's head, or maybe they had it up their ass. Score. I know, right? What'd you get from Crippled Claws? Oh, Old St. Crip got me a bubblegum wrapper with a toenail inside of it. Lucky! What a fun holiday. Anyway, why am I bringing this up? Because it's funny? No. A new Please Stop Saying the R Word PSA has dropped for World Down Syndrome Awareness Day. Here is that.
For R Word. You could use it in the past. Now they tell you you can't use it anymore.
I don't like being told what to do. Oh, it just makes me want to say it more. Don't tempt me. So now there's a scene going on where there's a bunch of guys around a table, and I think someone asks for a condiment or something.
Use it anymore.
Hey man, can I get a pickle?
Oh, a pickle. Well, he wants a pickle out of the jar, and then someone's trying to open the jar and is struggling.
But you don't accept it and keep using it.
Man, you are so retarded.
Okay. So let me just tell you why the whole premise of this scene doesn't work. Why would you call someone retarded for them being physically weak? You call someone the R word if they're mentally weak. There's a reason why people say, oh, you've got retard strength. It's because historically or stereotypically, an R-worded person has Hulk-like strength. They just can't control it properly. You know, when they fly into a rage is when it comes out.
Maybe I can help you understand why you shouldn't.
Like, wait a second, who are you? How did you get in? This is what mentally handicapped people do. They wander into strangers' houses. They think it's their own or something. You're not really doing much for your cause, sir. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me rewind this just a little bit.
I can help you understand why you shouldn't. These are other things you could do in the past. Wash your clothes with urine.
Oh, some people still do that. We feature those idiots routinely here on the podcast. If you're having trouble understanding him because of the accent or whatever, he's saying, all right, you used to be able to say the R word. You're not supposed to say it anymore. Here's some other things people did and said in the past. People washed their clothes with urine.
Wash your clothes with urine. You need more?
Yes.
Put animals on trial.
Your Honor, he ate my breakfast.
It's a goat.
Walter would never do that.
The goat on trial.
Give your child heroin syrup. Sleep in a meat mask to prevent wrinkles.
You sure about this?
Yes.
Throw garbage off your balcony.
Morning. Good morning.
Wear eyebrows made of mouse skin.
You look amazing, my lord. I suppose you're right.
Do you? Because someone stepped on your toe. Sell your wife at the market.
Can I help you, sir?
Again, in some parts of the world, this still goes on.
Just clicking.
Today, we don't do these things anymore because we learned they're absurd, unhygienic, or simply harmful to someone. Well, the R word is harmful to us.
But I never use it towards you guys.
That's what they all say. It's still harmful because it reinforces the stereotype that we're good for nothing and worthless.
Yeah, guys, stop being dicks. Please ignore everything I said for the past 5 minutes or so.
If you keep using it, it's like you're still washing your clothes with urine. Get it now?
I think there might be some slight differences there. But okay, you know, they're trying to get us to stop using the R word. Then it says the R word belongs in the past. Just evolve. Get with the program, guys. It's 2019. You're supposed to be better than that. What? 2026? What the fuck? How old am I now? Oh my God, I'm ancient. That's retarded. I'm allowed to say it because so many people have described Distorted View daily using the R word. I've adopted it or co-opted it. I'm turning it into a positive. Anyway, happy World Down Syndrome Day. How long should I keep my mop stuck in a box of kitty litter up? I think the rule is 2 weeks. 2 weeks after World Down Syndrome Day. And then you got to take it down or you look weird. All right, let's move on. Recently on the show, I was all smug about the latest Duggar developments. Specifically, another one of their kids turns out to be a child molester. And for some reason, I just couldn't be happier about that. That's the most important thing, that I was right, even if it puts children in danger. Aha! Called it! Another child molester! Ting! I'm brilliant. No one could ever accuse me of being an R word. Right? Guys, you're supposed to be my friend. You're my friend. That's why I gave you a bent spoon with one of the prongs missing for World Down Syndrome Day. I want that back, asshole. And I called you a friend. Anyway, I've got some great audio here from a video where someone confronts Michelle Duggar about their awful children. Now, here's the thing. The person doing this video is pretty much an asshole. He's a TikToker. He's just looking for views. Probably doesn't even really care about the kids. Think of the children. No, he's thinking about engagement on TikTok. Also, I think maybe he's on their property, which is kind of a no-no. But still, it resulted in good content, so I'm okay with it. Anything that paints the Duggars in a bad light, I'm here for it. Ting! Anyway, here is the confrontation between a TikToker, he calls himself a journalist, okay, a journalist, and Michelle Duggar.
Right now.
No, I'm not.
I am protecting children.
Okay, well, we know that's a lie. You're shitting out sex predators out of your blown out twat. You're not protecting children. You're generating pedophiles. Like multiple children of yours have done weird stuff with kids. You got a pedophile copy machine for a pussy. A beef curtain Xerox machine down there.
What are you doing?
What were they doing in the interview? What was your son-in-law doing? Your son-in-law was doing something way worse. Your son-in-law was doing something definitely worse.
The right to be here.
I don't know what he's talking about. Son-in-law. Was that another allegation? So, not only are the Duggar children menaces to society, but also everyone that associates them, or marries a Duggar. This video is annoying because it starts in the middle of the confrontation, and then halfway through it begins.
Can you do an interview?
Here's the actual beginning.
Can you do an interview?
You cannot be here.
Is this private property on the road?
It is.
I've never heard angry Michelle Duggar. It sounds a lot like exasperated Michelle Duggar. That's not going to get this guy to move. You cannot be here. There are kids. You gotta scream, bitch.
Okay, the road is private property?
You have no business being here.
Okay.
You are interfering with children.
Oh, that is rich coming out of your mouth. You know who else interfered with children? Half your family! And not in a good way. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not messing with the children.
Yes,
This has nothing to do.
Yes, you are. They were children.
This has nothing to do with the children. You guys are being investigated.
The most surprising thing about this video is that she still has children that are technically underage. They stopped making that show 10 years ago? All of her children should have graduated by now, unless she kept pumping them out, which is totally plausible. When will God give this bitch menopause? I mean, come on. Close up that shop. She's done. She's done enough.
This has nothing to do with the children. You guys are being investigated for the children. I'm here for press.
On you.
I'm here for press, Mom.
Okay,
press.
You go.
Mom, I'm here for press.
You may go.
Can I ask you some questions?
You will not
You think she's going to answer questions?
ask me anything. You will have to talk to someone else.
Can I ask you any questions, Mom?
Shame on you.
Any questions? Can we talk to your daughter?
Leave.
Can we talk to your daughter?
Right now.
Please don't stand back there. I don't want to reverse and hit you.
Spoken like a responsible journalist. Answer my questions or I'm going to run you over, bitch. Well, that'll put an end to any future child molester coming out of her, I guess. Not advocating that, of course. I'm advocating that she plug up her hole.
Miss, we literally are just doing...
Interfering with children. And
I'm not interfering with any children.
Children out there. Shame on you.
We came to just interview your daughter who was just recently arrested.
You are not.
We just came to interview your daughter who was recently arrested.
You are not.
Yes, we did.
Her daughter was arrested too? That had to have been for drunk driving or something, right? Did I miss that story? Hold on. Any chance to make the Duggars look bad, I'm going to take it. Okay, I got it here. Okay, so this is recent. This all has to do with the recent arrest of Joseph Duggar, who is Michelle Duggar's son. Kendra is Joseph Duggar's wife. So apparently she was arrested because she knew about what was going on. Kendra was arrested 2 days after her husband on a misdemeanor child abuse charge. So this journalist kind of gets it wrong because I think he calls Joseph Duggar son-in-law when it's actually her real son. Kendra is Michelle Duggar's daughter-in-law. Okay, now that we're all on the same page, I can rest easy tonight. I think I may have a new InstaTard for us. Her name is Naya Wild. According to people in the comments, this bitch is kind of well known in Philadelphia. She crazy. Here she is screaming at the cops as a man is arrested. I don't think she actually knows who this guy is. She just wanted to insert herself in the situation.
He ain't do shit. Let him go, bro. On my soul. I want to run too.
The cops are like, yes, good idea. Please run. Flee from the scene. You've got nothing to do with this. The cops are paying no attention to her whatsoever. One person commented, you can see it in her eyes how desperate she was for likes and views. I pray I never cross paths or have to share the same space with people like this.
Let him go, bro. Let him go, bro. He ain't do shit. Let him the fuck go. Let him go. On my soul. Let him the fuck go.
Someone else said, it's like she's invisible. In another video, again, outside of police activity, she's standing in front of a police car with the lights on. She's not so much concerned about the police activity in this case. She hungry.
I am in front of a cop car. There is nothing to eat. They're not trying to feed me. There is nothing to eat. I am hungry. I'm on 60th and Market. There's nothing to eat.
She really does feel like it is our responsibility to feed her.
What up? I'm hungry. I'm in West Philadelphia. Like, who's going to feed me today? I'm hungry, baby. I am hungry. Hello? I'm hungry. I need a meal. I'm trying to get clapped for a meal. I'm hungry. What up? I'm hungry. Hungry. Hungry.
Yeah, we got it the first time. We know what hungry is.
Hungry.
Get a job. Get food. Pay for it. Order DoorDash. She did write a pinned comment on this video saying, you know, look, I sold all of my food stamps. So that's why she doesn't have the ability to go get food on her own. I would suggest she pull a Sagittarius shouty and explore a lucrative career in the horinary arts, you know, prostitute herself. But for the sake of all mankind, I hope she doesn't go that route. Why?
I am a nasty hoe. You know what I'm saying? I have BV back-to-back, yeast infections back-to-back, all types of smells and different type of color discharge. It goes to brown, to thick creamy stuff, to green.
Look, you know me. I'm not naive. I know people say all sorts of crazy stuff to get views and engagement. She very well might be making this all up. But, you know, we got to take what she says in this video and combine that with all of her other videos. Like, something is wrong with this girl.
Different type of color discharge. It goes to brown, to thick creamy stuff, to green discharge. Like, I'm tired of this, bro. I can't keep fucking running back to the clinic because I have an odor down there.
First of all, yes, you can do that, and you should. But second of all, doesn't this sort of sound like Sagittarius? She's like the West Philadelphia version of Sagittarius. Instead of chlamydia in her eyes, she's got green, creamy discharge. She's always going to the free clinic to take care of her bacterial vaginosis or whatever. Sag is going there to fish out sponges in her twat. Different sides of the same goddamn coin.
Or I'm itching. It's just too motherfucking much. So I need some hygiene tips. I need somebody to tap in and give me some hygiene tips because I don't know what the hell is going on. So I took my underwear off about like an hour ago.
Oh my God. So she shows off her underwear and it's brown.
And this is like
green.
The discharge that was on my underwear. So it was like thick and creamy and brown. So I just like, you know, hand washed it. And it still has a smell to it, but
it's hard to get that smell out of your underwear.
I don't know what's going on, bro. It's just crazy.
Again, don't know if this is 100% real. Not really sure why anyone would want to put this out there she did go through the trouble of showing off discolored panties. Oh, and then there's this video of her getting pounded.
Good job, baby. Good job, baby.
Yeah, there is a guy behind her.
Good job. Good job.
No nudity.
Good job. Pull them fucking pants down. Pull them fucking pants down now.
Yeah, I think it was a dry hump thing at first. You know what? You're not going to want to brush up against her with your bare dick skin. I mean, her pussy is self-lubricating, but not in a good way. It's in a green discharge way. Many people in the comments are talking about that. Did y'all forget she said she was burning down there? This is where that brown discharge and that smell came from you was talking about, lol. Should have kept them pants up. I feel like I'm going to have to follow her. You know, got to keep tabs on Naya Wild. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. Many ways to support Distorted View Daily. You know, I get messages occasionally saying, hey, I'm a Sideshow member, or I ain't got no money. How can I support the show? You got to make sure to follow Distorted View Daily everywhere. You know, we're on Spotify. We're doing really well over there. If you use Spotify, and who the fuck doesn't, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast over there as well. Follow DV. Anywhere you get a podcast. I don't care if you're subscribed 4 or 5 times. If you aren't yet a Sideshow member, sign up right now. Go to distortedview.com. Memberships are very inexpensive. Every week we do exclusive shows just for paying freaks. Yesterday was a Sideshow exclusive episode. I'll be doing another one tomorrow. You sign up through the website. You get access to all of the exclusive programs we're doing and so much more. Check it out. When you sign up, you get a personalized podcast feed. And it's super simple. There's a button. Literally, you just click the copy code button, and then you paste that into whatever podcast app you're using. That's your special podcast feed just for you. It contains all of the exclusive shows, all the free programs, all that good shit. Now, if you do solely get Distorted View on Spotify, if that's the only way you get podcasts, you can sign up for getting the exclusive shows in Spotify. You just have to do that in the Spotify app. So just search for Distorted View. You can sign up for exclusive content that way. A lot of people ask me, like, Tim, what do you mean that you can also do that in Apple Podcasts? But then you say you can sign up through the website. Well, you're kind of given a choice. If you use Apple Podcasts to get your shows, you can sign up on our website, copy the code, paste it in. Works great. But then there are people who are just, I don't want to say dumb or lazy, but, there is a way. You search for Distorted View on Apple Podcasts. There's a button to get the exclusive shows. You can do it that way as well. I like the website, personally. You get all sorts of extras. I've posted the soundboards with, DV sounds. Try to do exclusive videos. That comes and goes, in waves. Sometimes I'll do exclusive video stuff, and then there'll be months or years where there's no exclusive videos. But, stuff like that. For more information, check out distortedview.com. That is the #1 way to help ensure that DV continues for a long, long time. If you've been thinking about signing up, if you're on the fence, if you're worried I'm going to die because of my wonky heart issues, just know I'm probably in the best health that I've been since the start of this program. I don't plan on dying anytime soon. So go ahead and sign up for that lifetime membership. Thank you. Other ways to support the show. We've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. Pledge $5, get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And you can sponsor an episode of DV. We have a sponsorship coming up next week. We certainly have some open slots available. So all you got to do is PayPal at least $25 to show@distortedview.com. That's my PayPal address. And then, of course, just let me know how you want to sponsor the show. If you want me to relay a message, dedicate the show to someone, talk about something, play an audio clip, however you want to support the show. Again, listener sponsorships, only $25. PayPal show@distortedview.com. Okay, 2 very quick stories now. First up. Oh, looky here. We begin with a news story from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Shout out to Timmy Boo of DistortedView.com from Florida, our most fucked up state. Shout out to Timmy Boo, nigga.
All right. Yes, this story comes from Coral Springs. Federal agents arrested a 25-year-old man over the weekend after he arrived at a neighborhood drugstore expecting to meet a 15-year-old boy and then film foot fetish videos. Now, before you go thinking he's some sort of pedophile, I don't know why you would come to that conclusion. What we are dealing with here is a businessman. He intended to sell the foot fetish videos online, you see. So, yeah, I don't know if that's better or worse than just being a flat-out pedophile. I guess it all depends on if he really is a pedophile. You know what I mean? Because a pedophile businessman is worse than just a pedophile, because now you're entering money into the equation, and some people do anything for the almighty buck. You know, he could be like a real asshole foot fetish film director. Really make this 15-year-old do stuff that he or she, I guess it was a he, right? A 15-year-old boy. Make him do things he's not comfortable with. All right, William Gangler, which is a great pedophile name. Gangler whipped out his dangler. You know what I mean? You could do fun things with that name. William Gangler was detained shortly before 1:30 p.m. near a CVS pharmacy at 3401 Coral Springs Drive, authorities said. An undercover FBI agent had posed online as the teenager and communicated with Gangler, who allegedly offered him money for the video. I'm surprised the FBI was involved and not just a YouTuber, a predator poacher. Almost seems like the FBI has been outsourcing that type of work to social media for some time now. Here comes the fun part. A search of Gangler's bedroom. It's always interesting to see what, FBI agents find. What did it turn up? Well, multiple recording devices, including tripods and monopods, as well as sexually explicit printed photographs of prepubescent minors. But it's not for him. He wasn't using it as jerk-off material. Again, he was trying to sell this stuff. It's just, it's hard sometimes to get rid of that merchandise. Not like you could just post it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. Gangler invoked his Miranda rights after his arrest and is being held at Broward County's Paul Rain Detention Facility on behalf of the U.S. Marshal Service. He's scheduled for an initial appearance in federal court in Fort Lauderdale. Spring break, woo! The case stems from a broader FBI investigation that uncovered a pattern of prior allegations against Gangler. Oh, this isn't his first rodeo. A 21-year-old man told agents he was first contacted online by Gangler when he was 12 or 13, and he was later paid $600 to produce foot fetish videos. Again, here's the thing. In the grand scheme of things, when you think about all the deplorable things child molesters do or can do, I know if I was one of these underage kids, given the choice, yeah, foot fetish videos are the way to go. That's going to put me through college. $600 here, $600 there. Then, of course, as soon as you're old enough, you can blackmail the dude. That right there is going to be worth a semester or two. No, but you know what I mean? Like if I was a kid and a child molester was going to do something to or with me, taking foot shots are like the least invasive. Nothing's going in my butt. That's a good sign. No one's touching my dick, making me touch someone else's dick. That's all good. And if I was this guy's lawyer, this is exactly what I would be arguing. Because, you are going to be put away. You definitely are a creep and you were caught red-handed or red-footed. But the argument, I guess, is these kids were paid, right? This was a fun after-school job and there was no nudity. It was all focused on the feet. Although it does say here that there was sexually explicit printed photographs. So that's too vague. Because I guess foot fetish pictures would be considered explicit, right? I don't know. I don't know if the kid was naked or not in these videos or pictures, but that's where I would go if I was this guy's lawyer. If you're looking for representation, Mr. Gangler, give me a call. You could do a lot worse, probably, maybe. Court records referenced Coral Springs police reports from 2017 and 2021 and a 2019 Instagram tip alleging that Gangler shared child sexual abuse material. Federal prosecutors are considering charges under something, which, I don't know, 18 U.S.C. 2422. I don't know how to say that. Like law, statute, something, I don't know. Which prohibits using the internet or other interstate commerce to entice a minor into sexual activity, as well as statutes involving the production or possession of child sexual abuse material. Investigators with the FBI and the Broward County Sheriff's Office are asking anyone with additional information, or if you've got some racy photos to share.
Tracy.
Calm down, Cheryl. Contact the FBI tip line or local law enforcement. Final story we have for you. This story not only comes from Pennsylvania, which is a fun state to say, but also the city of Altoona, which is fun to say. Oh, I have high hopes for this news story based on the location alone. A Pennsylvania man is facing multiple arson-related charges after authorities say he set fire to his home while singing a classic 1980s rock song all about fire. The man is obsessed. I wonder what he would do if I broke one of his glass mugs. Well, this forced 3 occupants to flee the burning residence. Police allege that Martin Hay, 43, ignited a fire inside of his Altoona home early on Sunday, and he was heard singing the Talking Heads song Burning Down the House, appropriate during the incident. If only there was an infant that lived in the house that he could also set fire to. Yes. Now tell me, who's on fire? Say it! Say it! Yes, flame-broiled toddler burnt to a crisp. According to investigators, the blaze began in the living room when a chair was intentionally set on fire. Responding firefighters reported significant damage to the home. Oh, that chair's lost, including melted materials and charring in the affected area. Authorities say Hay then stood in a doorway and attempted to block emergency crews from entering the home. I wonder if he was still singing as this was happening, as the firefighters tried to extinguish the flames. 3 people were inside the residence at the time, including a child. Maybe a baby? Was it on fire? All were able to escape direct, though one adult was treated for minor smoke inhalation. Criminal complaints cited by investigators state that a witness heard Hay singing the song during the fire. Police said he later told authorities he had been having a bad day. Well, why not sing the Daniel Powder song? 'Cause you had a bad... You drink your one down. I have to do this in order to not be flagged for copyright. I'm having to get real creative with this shit. Yes, he told authorities he was having a bad day and claimed he set the chair ablaze because it was dirty. Get a wet cloth and wipe it down. You don't burn it to the ground. He added that he attempted to place it in a fireplace, and that didn't work because the chair was too big. So he made his own fireplace. The whole house was a fireplace. Hay was taken to a hospital following the incident and was reportedly under the influence at the time. He has since been charged with arson, reckless endangerment, risking catastrophe. Ooh, I like that charge. I would like to be arrested for that. Risking catastrophe. And child endangerment. Court records show he's being held in Blair County Jail on a $1 million bail. There you go. That, my friends, is your distorted news for Wednesday. Before we get into any voicemails, let's check in with the 4 Hairy Cunt line.
If you got a rock hard boner, reach for that boner. Sex for Hairy Cunt. If you got a wet puppy twat and finger it a lot. Sex for Hairy Cunt. Tim will rub one out to you on today's distorted view for Hairy Cunt.
All right, just a few text messages coming in to the 4 Hairy Cunt text line. Mike from Tulsa writes in, "My God, Mead is so gay." No shit. What have I been saying for the past fucking 5 years? His new St. Pat's video came out. Him reading the comment from Nick Gurr was awesome. Oh, he knew what he was doing. Any chance to get away with doing something racist, he'll take it. Area code 513 says, maybe you should hook up that blind It's Just a Fun Thing guy with Mead so he can call him whenever he has low FODMAP shit. Yeah, whenever Mead's IBS kicks into high gear, he could make some extra money. I think the blind guy would pay him, to listen to IBS shits. Also, AI versions of Mead songs, especially the Black Lives Matter one, would rule. Oh, like a tainted broth version of Black Lives Matter? We could do that. That's very doable. Hey, Tim, your park graffiti story. Oh, yeah. I was at the Cincinnati park shortly after I moved here, and someone had defaced some signs. They wrote over these signs, and they just wrote, fuck fat hose. Anyway, hey, Tim, your prank graffiti story reminded me of this graffiti I saw at a train station. It shows a girl with cancer, already hilarious, and someone wrote smug smirk, I guess insinuating that she deserves the cancer. She kind of does have a smug smirk, though. Take a look at the chapter artwork if you want to see that. I don't know if it's a smug smirk. I think she's drugged up. They're giving her that good chemo. Fuck St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Area code 520 says, hey, Timmy Boo, Mouthy Broad here. Apparently, Arizona is getting a rainbow cone. Oh, yeah, that's the place that Lord Douche made me go to in Chicago. Thought it was interesting since you mentioned it a couple times. And finally, area code 707 sent in a picture. Hey, Timmy Boo, I love you. Here's a pic of tonight's one wipe. So, I mean, congratulations. I'm so glad you had a good, productive shit. It didn't result in a lot of extra toilet paper usage, but you don't need to show it to me. Yeah, there's just a little bit of brown or yellow on that toilet paper. And by the way, you're using way too much toilet paper. I mean, it's a one-wipe shit, and you wadded up so much of it, it looks like. One of the real benefits of having one-wipe shits is it's so good for the environment. You never know what you're going to get when you take a BM. I get it. But so, go with like 1 or 2 squares at first. See what you're dealing with down there, that first wipe, and then you can judge how much toilet paper you're going to need for subsequent wipes. I mean, is this your first day on fucking planet Earth? I got to tell you people how to wipe your own asses over here? I mean, is this what you're paying me for? All right, thank you very much to everyone for all the text messages. Keep them coming. Now we can get into some voicemails. I don't know how to get this glue off my hands. I'm trying to repair this old device. It's like a kid's sketch pad thing for an old computer. Yeah, Commodore. So, and it's not working. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to repair this myself. And in the process, I broke a little like plastic peg. So I had to get some glue, like plastic glue. And I'm very messy when I do everything. Plus, it's a very small little peg. And of course, I got the fucking shit all over my hand because the peg wouldn't stay in the spot where I'm trying to glue it to. It keeps falling over because I'm trying to apply pressure to it. And then when I lift my finger to let it go, the peg falls over. So then, I'm getting glue all over my finger. And I don't know how to get this glue off. It's a lot. I'm past the part where it's like sticky. Now it's just like it's hardened over my finger. I'm going to try alcohol. I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's annoying me. This thing was absolutely disgusting, by the way. What are they called? Well, what are those what are those pads called? Those tablets where artists use to draw on the computer. Anyway, it's like a very early 1980s version of that for kids. And I got a good deal on it because, of course, it was on eBay. It was listed as untested. And whenever you buy something that's untested, just assume it's fucking broken. People know what they have because ones that work properly, they go for $100 or $200. So I was like, this one's only $20. I'm going to get a good deal here. Yeah. Anyway, so I opened this plastic. I opened the plastic case to really get into the guts of this thing. And one of the problems with it is that there's a layer of foam. And so when you press down on the pad, it makes a connection, right? I guess. And that's what tells the computer where to put the little dots or whatever you're painting with. Anyway, the foam is so old. It's 40 years old. And it's completely disintegrated and turned into a goop, black goop. And it's all over the connectors and the circuitry and stuff. So that's the big part of the project was cleaning it. And it literally took 2 hours to scrub all this. And it's all over my hands. It got all over the desk. Every time I moved a part of the tablet to clean another part, the black stuff got all over it. It's just not worth it. But I don't even know if it's going to work, by the way. I haven't put it back together. I'm gluing the peg back. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm sure you're on the edge of your fucking seat about that. All right. Anyway, let's check in with a few patrons to kick things off here. Yes, caller. Don't anger me.
Hey, Timothy. It's Meowness. Just occurred to me, nobody has taken the handle name Email Me. I don't know, just a suggestion.
I'm sorry. For some reason, I've listened to this voicemail 3 or 4 times. I don't know what he's screaming. It sounds like he's saying no one has taken the username female B. And I don't think I've ever uttered the term female B before. So I'm not sure of the distorted view connection. I'd like to move on to another call, though.
Queen Cuisine. It was right there the whole time, Tim. Trademark that shit.
Oh, Queen Cuisine. Much better than Queer Cuisine.
Queen Cuisine.
Yeah. Did you guys like the featured image of that day? It was a artist interpretation of what queer cuisine might look like. Go back and take a look at that chapter artwork. All right, let's do a couple other voicemails here. This comes in to our regular voicemail line.
Yo, Timmy Boo.
Hello.
It's the 10th of February, and you wondered why Sagittarius
Shouty. Her name is Sagittarius Shouty
has so many Indian male clients.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Tim, there's 2 possible reasons I could think for this.
Indians love fat, ugly chicks.
Number 1 is that India, is a developing country, and so a lot of those dudes might not have seen, a fuller figured girl like Sagittarius,
I'm sure I've seen fat people in India before.
Girls tend to be skinnier. You might see a BBW and just oh man, this is like an angel. I'd never seen her before. Also, Jimmy Boo, a lot of Indian dudes tend to be discriminated against in the dating and potential professional pool from Canada.
See, that's why you would hire someone that you normally couldn't get, like a beautiful, tall, blonde, white woman to fuck you,
Because a lot of them are seen as being too pushy if they come right off the boat from India. They don't take no for an answer, if you know what I mean. And so a lady of Sagittarius's stature might have to, accept clients that other more petite workers would turn down. Anyway, Tim Boo, I love you. My car is still jacked up, and your show is a great help. All right, Timmy, I love you.
All right, thank you very much. Keep all those texts and voicemails coming. That's all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me? Show at DistortedView.com. DistortedView.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-God, is it? Oh, God.
Different type of color discharge. It goes to brown, to thick, creamy stuff, to green.
Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive, so if you want to hear it, you know what you've got to do. Sign up right now. Go to DistortedView.com for more information. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Friday to end the week. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Nasty faggots. Fags don't deserve rights. Fags are stupid degenerates. I want to be red. Please win my life, master.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.